new devotee joined, Prasad Ahad. So let us
Nice.
welcome him, Prasad Prabhu. Welcome to the call and Dandavat Pranam, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. So let us chant 3 times Haribol for Prasad's welcome, Prasad Prabhu. Haribol.
Hari
Hari
bol,
bol, Hari
Hari
bol,
bol,
Hari bol.
Hari bol,
Hari Bol.
Hari bol.
Yeah. Yesterday we met him at Ganpati festival of one of our family friends. And
Very nice. Very
yes.
nice.
So thank you, Prasad Prabhu. So Hare Krishna Prabhuji, recording is started. So please take over the call now. We
Okay.
are so fortunate to have His Grace NilGovind Prabhu
Hare
from
Krishna.
Memphis, Tennessee, and Prabhuji will enlighten us on Bhagavad Gita. So,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Amma. Thank you. Hare Krishna. We'll continue. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So we are reading chapter 1, Observing the Armies, sloka number 32 to 35. There are 4 slokas that are together. You read this translation purport. Okay. Kim no rajena govinda, kim bhoger jivitena va, ye samartya kankshitam na, rajyam bhoga sukani cha. Taimeva sthita yuddhe, pranam staktva danani cha. Acharya pitara putras, tateva cha pitamaha. Matulas swasura pautra, shela sambandhinastataha. Yetanna hantum ichchami ganatopi madhusudanaha. Apitrailokya rajyasya heto kim no mahi krite. Nihatyadastrastam na kaprati sajjanardanaha. Translation purport is given with Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Govinda, of what avail to us are a kingdom, happiness, or even life itself, when all those for whom we may desire them are now arrayed on the battlefield? O Madhusudana, when teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, maternal uncles, father-in-laws, grandsons, brother-in-laws, and other relatives are ready to give up their lives and properties and are standing before me, why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me? O maintainer of all living entities, I am not prepared to fight with them, even in exchange for the 3 worlds. Let alone this earth. What pleasure will we derive from killing the sons of Dhritarashtra? Purport. Arjuna has addressed Lord Krishna as Govinda because Krishna is the object of all pleasure for cows and the senses. By using this significant word, Arjuna indicates that Krishna should understand what will satisfy Arjuna's senses. But Govinda is not meant for satisfying our senses. If we try to satisfy the senses of Govinda, however, then automatically our own senses are satisfied. Materially, everyone wants to satisfy his senses, and he wants God to be the order supplier for such satisfaction. The Lord will satisfy the senses of the living entities as much as they deserve, but not to the extent that they may covet. But when one takes the opposite way, namely when one tries to satisfy the senses of Govinda without desiring to satisfy one's own senses, then by the grace of Govinda, all desires of living entity are satisfied. Arjuna's deep affection for community and family members is exhibited here, partly due to his natural compassion for them. He is therefore not prepared to fight. Everyone wants to show his opulence to friends and relatives, but Arjuna fears that all his relatives and friends will be killed on the battlefield and he will be unable to share his opulence after victory. This is typical calculation of a material life. The transcendental life, however, is different. Since a devotee wants to satisfy the desires of the Lord, he can, Lord willing, accept all kinds of opulence for the service of the Lord. And if the Lord is not willing, he should not accept a far thing. Arjuna did not want to kill his relatives. And if there were any need to kill them, he desired that Krishna kill them personally. Babre. At this point, he did not know that Krishna had already killed them before their coming into the battlefield, and that he was only to become an instrument for Krishna. Hare Krishna. This fact is disclosed in the following chapters. As a natural devotee of the Lord, Arjuna did not like to retaliate against his miscreant cousins and brothers, but it was the Lord's plan that they should all be killed. The devotee of the Lord does not retaliate against the wrongdoer, but the Lord does not tolerate any mischief done to the devotee by the miscreants. The Lord can excuse a person on his own account, but he excuses no one who has done harm to his devotees. Therefore, the Lord was determined to kill the miscreants, although Arjuna wanted to excuse Hare Krishna. So beautiful. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Sayuta Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikatalaita Krishna Krishna Bhaktaye Tadbhaktaye Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam, Pangam langayate giram. Yatkripātamaham bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for the opportunity because who are fortunate in this world? Actually, all of us are very fortunate because we are getting an opportunity to hear, to discuss early in the morning. What are we getting? It's an opportunity to connect to the Lord. Because the Lord is a person. We are a person. He is a person. Arjuna is a person. Krishna is a person. All the people in the battlefield, they are a person. But Krishna is a supreme person. It's different than the other persons. He's a supreme controller. He's a supreme maintainer, supreme well-wisher of all the bodies. of all the souls of this world. And not just this world, there are innumerable worlds like that. And for all of them, Krishna is a proprietor. The first thing one should establish in one's heart is the presence and the greatness of the Lord. Now, Srila Prabhupada, through his heart, very beautifully explaining in the purport, that is that the desire of the Krishna to kill all these people. Now, why is Krishna desiring like that? Killing is bad, right? But why the Supreme Lord is desiring like that? Because all these people, they were offensive against the devotees. Who are these people? Duryodhana and the party. What are they against? They are against Pandavas. They are offensive towards them. Now, Krishna doesn't like that. Krishna is ready to accept problems on him. If somebody is offensive towards Krishna, he is okay. He is okay to accept that. He's not mad for that. But if a devotee has been kept in a situation, then Krishna becomes very heavy. Krishna becomes furious, just like Narsingadev. He came to kill Hiranyakashipu and all his kingdom. He kills everyone. Why? Because they were offensive against Prahlad Maharaj. That means Lord doesn't accept that. He's that kind of a personality. He's not like an ordinary person. Because he has very nice relationship with his devotees. So he doesn't put his devotee down. Now even here in this situation, Arjuna doesn't want to fight, but Krishna says you fight. In the next chapter, Krishna confirms Arjuna that this is your duty, you should do it. But here in this state, what is the consciousness of Arjuna, we will discuss. A very simple person, simple heart. Here Arjuna is actually expressing himself that, you see all these personalities, they're like my grandfather is there, my relatives are there, my family, so many people are there. And then there is this kingdom. There's a lot of people came, to participate in the battle. Crores of people. So many people came. So what is the point? We don't want kingdom. Why I should kill all these people? This is a question. Arjuna is actually asking this question, why I should kill Krishna? Why? Now let us go little back. Just little back. Now the situation is Arjuna knows that he has to fight. And Arjuna came to the battle to fight only. His intention is a Kshatriya. What is a Kshatriya? He fights. His intention was to fight only. But what happened is, all of a sudden, what happened is, the moment he would see his family members, this is a soft heart. The moment he sees family members, he says, no, my dear Lord, I know this is my dharma, but I don't want to fight. That is what he is expressing here. What is he saying? I know it's my dharma, but I don't want to fight. Please, Krishna, I don't want to do this. Why are you putting me in a difficult situation? Why is it I'm placed in this difficult situation? Now, if we rewind further, Arjuna and all the Pandavas, they're kept in so many difficult states. They've been sent to the forest, they've been poisoned, they've been sent to a home where they want to burn the entire home. They were protected. In so many ways, they're protected again and again and again and again. Now, Arjuna is not remembering those things, dear devotees. Now, this is the difference between a pure devotee and a conditioned soul. Now, the pure devotee doesn't remember all those things. It's like Pandavas are not remembering all those things. They are all difficult situations, dear devotees. And then Arjuna is not shedding those things here. If you see, even though he's in a difficult situation, he's not shedding that. Oh, Krishna, these people have done so much to me. Now let me kill them. He's not telling that. Because that is not his heart. His heart is very simple. Now Arjuna is not proclaiming that, oh, there so many difficulties are there. Now this is the time. And on the other side, Srila Prabhupada, he says about another quality of Arjuna, which Krishna will correct, from second chapter. And then not that it is only the Arjuna. No, Arjuna is representing all of us here. It is an opportunity for us also to correct our consciousness. Because what is this world? This world is a place to correct our why is this creation happened? Why all these things are there in this creation? Because they are all there to correct our consciousness, to uplift our consciousness, to improve our state of thinking, our state of hearing, our state of feeling. That is it. They are meant to for that. So likewise, when Arjuna is given that situation, what is he doing is, he's giving some reasons and logics. That Krishna, I cannot do this because how can I kill these people? And he also gives, if I kill these people, then I might go to hell. And then he also says that even though if I kill all these people, then what benefit I'll get? Who will see? Who will see that I have kingdom? Now Prabhupada says this is materialistic way of seeing things. Now how is this a materialistic way of seeing things? Material way of seeing things. What is this social media, dear devotees? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. What is this? What are all these things? All these things, they show us that this is what I am. All these things proclaim that these are my connections. I know this person in so and so office. I know this person is my friend through Facebook. What are all of those things? All of those things, and then through that we make a post in that. I went to so and so place, and this is a good restaurant or whatever it is. People of this world, they share that. What's this picture? Right? That's what they express out. Right? That means people should know what I'm doing. People should know what I'm telling. People should hear what I'm telling or what I'm doing or what I'm speaking. All those things. Dude, what is question? Do you have any disturbance when I'm speaking?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay, one second. I'll be right back. 1 second. Hare Krishna. So, what is this? What is this social media proving again and again? But it is proving that I can do this, I can do that. So similarly, Arjuna is also telling, even though if I get all this kingdom, who will be there to see that? Prabhupada says that this is materialism. Now, how is this materialism? What is materialism on a simple plane? Materialism means forgetfulness of Krishna, forgetful of our acharyas. That is materialism. Simple answer. That is materialism. Because here Arjuna, if you see, he's not remembering the Lord. In the sense, he's telling the Lord, but he's giving his opinion. But he's not giving his opinions. He's not giving his opinion in the lines what Krishna wants him to do. In the lines, because he's not adding Krishna to that. Because the moment when Krishna is not there, that becomes materialism. That is matter. Materialism is what? Not presence of the Lord. Lord is not there. That itself is the matter. So if you technically see everything in this world, for example, if a person goes to a movie theater, do we see Krishna there? No. For example, if a person goes to in social media and then does his so many posts, do we see any Krishna there? No. For example, if a person goes to somewhere else, hiking, kayaking, so many things, playing sports, do we see Krishna there? There is no Krishna there. That means what are we doing? We are doing an action, forgetting the Lord. Prabhupada says this is materialism. Now another question comes, why I should remember the Lord? Why? What do you think, devotees? Why we should remember Krishna? Anyone would like to add? What is the reason? Why Lord has to be remembered? Anyone? Why should we remember him? Prabhupada here, he's proclaiming that materialism means forgetfulness of the Lord. And he uses the example of Arjuna in this particular shloka that is not right. Why is that it is not right? So the answer, why these things are wrong? Simple question will come in the heart. Why I should remember the Lord? Actually, I'll tell. If you go and ask mother, why are you feeding milk to your child? Does she have an answer? Out of love. It might not be an answer. They just do it. Mother just does that. We all went through that. We all went through that love which our mothers have given us. That's on a selfless plane, dear devotees. In love, there is no reason. Likewise, to remember the Lord, there is no reason for that. Because it comes out of love. We respect our parents. We respect our elders. We respect the spiritual master. Why? Out of love and devotion. Because they gave us so much. Now, technically, I can quote some slokas that why I should remember the Lord from Gita. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. But the point is, more important than that is not quoting a shloka. More important than that is, why am I doing it? Out of love. There's no other reason. Out of relationship with him. Prabhupada says Arjuna has forgotten that at this moment. That is why he is kept in a difficult state. That is why he is bewildered. Just forgotten that. Likewise, we have also forgotten that. That same Krishna is sitting in the heart as Paramatma. as a super soul. He's sitting right next to us. We've forgotten him. We are not seeing him. We are not seeing the presence of him. But the devotees who have seen the presence of the Lord, they are very, 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 very happy in this world. Even though they are here, they are happy in this world, doing their services, doing their chores, doing everything, because everything they do it for the pleasure of the Lord. This action has to be applied. This is a process actually. Now Arjuna is asking more and more. Arjuna is telling, now he has seen. He has said to Krishna, Krishna, can you please take me to the center of the battlefield? Senayarobyar madhya radham sthapitum achyata. Now I'm gonna speak. Now Krishna immediately took him. And then after that, this is what he's speaking. Because he has seen on the other side, there are his family members. Now nobody will be kept in this difficult state. Now through the difficulty only Gita came. Dear devotees. That's why I always think about this. If there are no difficulties, there are no problems, everything is going nicely, the office is good, wife is good, kids are good, everything is good, we will never turn towards the Lord. Then what happens? Sense gratification will come. The Savachena, everything is good. If everything is good, then what? Then I will do my own thing. But if there is some problem, then we see how this problem can be solved. But there are material problems also. But for the material problems, what are the solutions? Not the material solutions, it should be spiritual solutions. That spiritual solution should come with Guru Sadhu Shastra. Very important. If that is established, then we understand everything. If that is not established, then we do not understand anything. That means for the material problems, we are turning towards the materialistic way of life, and then get solutions through that. That is not seeing Krishna, because Arjuna is also trying to get that solutions through materialistic way. Because he says that even though if I get kingdom, Krishna, who will be there to see that? Because I've killed all of them, all my family members are gone. Who will be there to see? I don't want that. I don't want that kind of dynasty. I don't want that kind of kingdom. So that is a way, dear devotees. So material problems, material solutions is not the way. Spiritual solutions. Now, how do we know that I'm taking the material solutions or the spiritual solutions? Is it in alliance with Guru Sadhu Shastra? If it is yes, then it is a spiritual solution. That's why we need to consult. We need to consult our superiors and then inquire from them, oh, this is a situation, what should I do? But if we are not inquiring and then doing it whimsically out of our own agenda, out of our own way, then that is a problem. That is when we are calling out for problems. Because what are we doing? We are getting solutions in a material way. That's why Arjuna here, he is getting those solutions. This is a great lesson, dear devotees. Arjuna is actually getting the solutions in a material way. That's why he is bewildered. The bewilderment is, the reason is this, because the solution is material solution. Now he is giving various reasons. They are all material reasons. They are all from the scriptures only. But they are not on the pure plane, because scriptures also they can deviate in so many ways. They are Vedas, Upanishads. What do they speak? They speak about karma kanda. Fruitive activities. These fruitive activities will take nowhere actually. Because we are circling around that realm only. We are not going forward. Because for problems, material solutions will not give solutions to the problems. Because that itself is a problem. How is that will give solution to that, to something else? It will never give, because that is also limited. Now that is a core reason why Arjuna's heart is not satisfied. Satisfaction to the heart only comes through love, loving devotional service, pure devotional service. Through love only pure devotional service comes. We took the example of the mother, right? Mother is feeding the milk. If somebody go and says, nobody will has that. Why are you feeding? Because that's a natural reciprocation. Likewise, a devotee always connects to Krishna. Devotee always connects to the acharyas. That is his natural state. That's not unnatural. Devotee turning towards the Lord, that's the natural state. Arjuna did that. Every acharya is doing that. They're showing us how to connect, how to reciprocate, how to be dependent. Then we get the mercy. So the best process is when we chant Hare Krishna, we can apply all these things which we discussed. Because Krishna is a person, we want to please him. He's a person. He's not just an energy, he's a source of that energy. And he has an abode where he lives. And he's asking all of us to come there. And then the best process of going there is to chant Hare Krishna, is to hear, is to know, is to understand, is to observe. Every day one should never miss our chanting of the rounds and then hearing. Hearing and chanting every day has to happen. Should never be missed. Because what happens when we hear every day, then we will see what are the problems in our heart. And we try to address those problems, try to come out of those problems, and then move forward in our Krishna consciousness. So that is a way. When this way is understood, we make a lot of progress in Krishna consciousness. That's what Arjuna is Srila Prabhupada is very nicely explaining here in this sloka. Since a devotee wants to satisfy the desires of the Lord, he can, Lord willingly, accept all kinds of opulences for the service of the Lord. And if the Lord is not willing, he should not accept a farthing. This is the state of a devotee. He is always aspiring for that desire to please the Lord. Always. They do not have any other desires. Prabhupada says that every nitty-gritty details have to be taken into consideration. You will not find a place other than Gita where the Lord is clearly confirming his position. So clearly he is telling where do I reside, what do I do, what is my form, how do I look, and what is my position. He is telling. Just like a company CEO, when there is a quarterly report which they submit, which is in the public company, they will tell that this is what we did in our last quarter. And these are the earnings, these are the profits, this is what we gained. And then through that, after reviewing that quarterly report, then the stock price of that company will increase, because if it is doing great, then the price will increase because people will buy those stocks. Because people would actually review those quarterly reports and then they purchase the stocks, right? So after reading After reading and understanding the quarterly report, they get a feeling whether to invest or not. Making sense, right? You read something about a particular company, you know about the company. Then what do? Then you begin investing in it. Right? I know devotees do not invest. Talking about devotee, I'm generally speaking. Devotees are not absorbed in the process of stock market and all those things. So to know about the company, they would see the report. Likewise, to know about Krishna, we see Gita. As simple as that. Very simple. To know about our acharyas, we see Krishna, we see Gita. To know about the devotees, to know about what Arjuna is going through, we turn towards Gita. Now, why is he kept in a difficult situation? Why is he doing like that? Why did he surrender? Because he doesn't see any other way. He see this is the only solace for him. But the problem in this world, there are so many things other than Krishna in this world. That is why we don't completely turn towards the Lord. But for Arjuna, it's not the case. Arjuna's case is different. Arjuna's case is very special because he has no other alternative other than that. No, he has other alternative. He can just quit that place and then go away from that. But he did not choose that choice. He did not select that choice. If he would have selected that choice, then the Bhagavad Gita wouldn't have manifested. For example, yesterday in case Arjuna just left from that place after seeing his family members. He didn't spoke a word to Krishna. But no, he did not do that. What he did, he spoke to Krishna. He discussed with Krishna. He understood. He shared his heart in chapter 1. That is what we are discussing now. And then later on, what he does, he surrenders to Krishna, and that is the beginning of Gita. That means what is Gita? Gita comes after surrendering. After surrendering to the Lord, that is when Gita begins. So our acharyas are so merciful. They do not say. They give before surrender also. So merciful. So that is why, dear devotees, to know about the Lord is very important. Now a question might come, there are so many Devi Devatas in this world, there are so many people in this world. Why only Krishna? Because he himself, he confirms that I am the Supreme Person. Nobody else told like that. Now do you show me a scripture where it is so clear as Gita? Where Krishna says, Bhoktaram yajyatavasa sarvalokamaheshwaram sridhasaradeyanam gyatvam shanti richati. I am the Bhokta. I am the Yajna Purusha. I am the source of everything. I am the controller. You are not. Lord Shiva never proclaimed that. Brahmaji never proclaimed that. Indra, Chandra, Varuni, Vayu. All the Devi Devatas, they never proclaimed that. Ganesh Maharaj, he never proclaimed it. That is a supreme person. Nobody else proclaimed it. Then why are we proclaiming them as a supreme? Krishna is a supreme. He is a supreme proprietor. And that doesn't mean that we are offensive towards them. No. Ara, we give utmost respect. Are, Vaishnava means he gives respect to the ant. What to speak of these exalted personalities, Devi Devatas? Devi Devatas are very exalted. We give respect. Hare Krishna. But we understand their position. Because they also came from the Lord. Krishna. That Krishna is the source of everything. Hare Krishna. Because the moment we understand who is the source, then what do? We go and serve him. And then the best service is chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hearing about the Lord, chanting about the Lord, remembering the Lord, meditating the Lord, smarana, contemplating about the Lord, and submitting to the Lord, Atma Samarpanaha. Last, that is the step. Atma Samarpana. We submit ourselves to the Lord. This is which is very important. Very, very important. Krishna himself proclaims that through me all these rishis came, the 7 saints, Sapta Rishis, they came, and then through him Brahmaji came, and through him the Chaturkumaras came, Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara, and then 14 Prajapatis came. When we count all of them, 7 plus 4 plus 14, 25. Through these 25 people, the creation got created. Krishna confirms that in Gita. He gives a summary of everything what he has done. That means the details which go in Bhagavatam, that how this creation happened, how Mahatattva, how Krishna glanced towards the Mahatattva, how agitation happened, how this creation all manifested. That's there in Bhagavatam. But Krishna here in Bhagavad Gita, he gives a summary of that also. How creation happened. He says that through the 25 people, the creation got manifested. And then he says that he says that the source of those 25 people, I am. Aham sarvasva prabhu. I am the source for that. You are not. We are insignificant. We don't even know to which parents we will be born. Do we have an idea before we born? Do we have an idea that we'll be born to so-and-so parents? No. We have no idea. Do we know when we will leave this body? No, we have no idea. We don't know when we will be born. We don't know when we will leave this body. We don't know whether we are this body or not. And through this knowledge, which is very limited, through this knowledge, we think that we can see God. We think that there is no God. We proclaim that where is this atheism coming? If the Lord did not give the intelligence, there is a concept of atheism. No. They're thinking that there is no Lord. The moment one thinks that there is no Lord, that doesn't mean that Lord is not there. Just like I don't see air in this room. But that doesn't mean that air is not there. No, air is not there. I'm breathing. We are inhaling, we are exhaling. It's happening. We are using that energy which is given by the Lord. How can we proclaim that He's not there? No. We cannot. So our teeny intelligence cannot understand the Lord. That's why to understand the Lord, we take the shelter of Guru Sadhu Shastra. That is the only way. Very beautiful, dear devotees. In chapter 10, shloka number 3, Krishna says, Yomam ajam anadincha veti loka maheshwaram asammudda samarteshu sarva pape pramuchyati. He who knows me as the unborn, as the beginningless, as the supreme Lord of all the worlds, he only, undeluded among men, is freed from all the sins. He is freed from all the sins. Because without freeing from the sins, we cannot come out of this world. Now, without accepting the Lord, we cannot understand that. What is the process of initiation? Initiation means what? Purification. That means, my dear Lord, my dear spiritual master, from today I will not commit any sinful activities. I will follow 4 regulative principles nicely, hold to the heart, and then move forward. Because what are we doing? We are trying to understand the presence of the Lord. We are trying to know His glories, His opulences. Then what are we trying to do? We are trying to take His shelter. The moment we begin taking His shelter, we are free from materialism. That is how materialism is removed from our heart and heart. He who knows me as unborn. Yes, Krishna is not unborn. Krishna is unborn actually. Krishna is not born as a beginningless. He has no beginning. He is the source of everything. He is the source of beginning. He is the source of end. He is the source of everything. As a supreme Lord of all the worlds. Yes, He is a master. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasa. He is the master of all the worlds. He only undeluded man is free from, and who understands this, that Krishna is a proprietor, is a source of everything. Practically, from Guru Sadhu Shastra, when one understands this, then he will be free from sinful activity. Just by understanding, dear devotees. Just by understanding, because the moment we understand that, we'll be free from this materialism. Hare Krishna. That means, if you are again committing sinful activities, means that we never understood it. Hare Krishna. Just like Arjuna, after expressing his heart, he said to Krishna, my dear Krishna, what am I supposed to do here? I don't want to fight. He says, I will get sin if I fight. But Krishna says, no, you should fight. Because he is the creator. Everything is in his hands. Just like if you go to a consulate office, they might ask us a question. Let's say you went to consulate office in Hyderabad, US consulate office. It's the first time, the student visa, you're going there. Then they would ask so many questions. If they think that there is something fishy, they will immediately reject it. They will give few chances, few questions. If all the questions are not up to the mark, and then the reports, the documents which are there, they're also not up to the mark. What do? They simply reject it. Hare Krishna. Right? Why am I telling this? Because if we do not understand the science, again, so the moment, if you are not submitting in a correct way, we are rejected. If you are there on an untruthful platform, it's rejected. Likewise, when we do not realize the presence of the Lord, that doesn't mean that we are out of those things. We are never out of those things. We are in that only. Doing what? The sinful activity. We are still in that state. But the moment we realize that, yes, Krishna is the source of everything. He's my master, he's my maintainer, he's my controller. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Pranadhan. He's my everything. He's my life and soul. Then what happens is, then we will be free from that. How? Because we will never commit that. So the moment the consulate officer, she realizes that, yes, he's genuine, then she will give the visa. Likewise, we should show our genuinity. Then Krishna will stamp the visa. Then Krishna will grant us. Then he will remove from all of those things. Just like Arjuna, he expressed his heart and then he submitted to the Lord. He was protected. Because he was honest. His answers were honest. His questions were honest. He was sharing his heart. That was honest. Everything was honest. He was even telling, I will get sins, Krishna, if I kill these people. That was an honest answer. Krishna liked that honesty. Very important, dear devotees. The honesty should be cultivated. Krishna likes that. You show me one scripture which is so clear than this. No. There is Quran, there is Bible, there's so many other scriptures. But none of them proclaims so deeply that how Lord is, what he does, what he do. None of those things they proclaim. The Gita is only proclaiming it very deeply. That Krishna is a person. So very clearly he's telling, Arey, you are a Jiva. You are Anu, I am Vibhu. Krishna is telling, you're a teeny soul, but you have a relationship with me. And I am the super soul who's sitting in the heart. Expanded from Krishna, who's the source of everyone. Krishna expanded himself as Paramatma also. And that Paramatma is coming and sitting here as Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. He expanded himself in so many ways. Now that person, don't we get a desire to go back home, back to Godhead, to that person, to meet him? Krishna is giving us an opportunity so that we can meet him. Hare Krishna. So this is where I want to stop. If anyone has any questions, any comments? It's a very interesting chapter. Chapter 1 is. Because I always think the more we know about chapter 1, then the next chapter, which is a summary of everything, summary of Gita, contents of Gita summarized, that we can know nicely. Hare Krishna. Anyone has anything to share, or add anything? Otherwise, we'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for this wonderful class. Very nice. I didn't know that the Gita is the only a place where the Lord has told us very clearly about the position. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam. Thank you so much for this wonderful class. And let's pay obeisance to all the Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarvasya krupa sindhu bhavacha. Patitaram pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। नमाचार्य शरदास ठाकुर की जय। जय श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय नीलगोविंद दास प्रभु की जय। थैंक यू सो मच प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्णा।
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा। हरि बोल।
Hare Bol.
Hare Bol. Hare Bol.
Hare